Kevin Reacts. That was a better one. I'm Matt. That's Chris.
Yo.
Screen in front of us. You know what it is. You clicked on the thumbnail. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't really know what's been going on. I haven't been. So, okay.
So are you,
what do we need to do here,
Are
Chris?
you familiar with Ben Shapiro?
I know, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know who he is.
You've seen his little clips.
I've seen him on
stuff?
Rogan.
Okay.
I've watched, yes. I'm very familiar. There's so much that needs explained. What are we going to do? How are we going to explain all this? Because you guys are on the screen right now. Like, where have you guys been for a week? And we're like, oh, we've been here.
Yeah.
We just screwed up. So something happened with last week's videos. We did 4 videos last week, and at some point the week prior, the videos just lost sound in OBS. And so we lost a whole week of videos. So we've been here. We just lost a week. It's just, I guess we're coming out of the gate in 2024 just flat on our faces.
That's it. Just dragged behind a truck, just skipping across the pavement,
just
man.
Dirt and just rooster tailing. Yeah, that's anyways. Long story short, we lost some files. We're back at it. How's it going, everybody? I'm Matt, that's Chris. If this is your first time joining us, sorry the intro's long. We've been going through a lot. Check our other videos. We got playlists of Tom Macdonald where you can jump right into the video. Anyways, so on the screen in front of us, we have Facts. And doesn't he already have a video called Facts? I thought he did.
Maybe. I don't
Big
remember.
Facts, maybe, or something like that. Anyways, but it's Tom Macdonald featuring Ben Shapiro. Now, I didn't even know these. I mean, obviously, they know of each other. I didn't know they knew each other.
Ben Shapiro did an interview with Tom Macdonald, like
did he
a year
really?
ago or so. And
Did we watch clips of that? We might have.
we might have.
We might
have. Tom was like, I think it. Or Ben made kind of a joke about, maybe one of these days we'll have to get together and I'll come out and do a thing. And Tom's like, yeah, dude, bring it on. Like, let's go. Let's do this. So
okay.
here we are. I don't think Ben expected Tom to be as
Like,
gung-ho.
we're doing it.
We're doing this, bro. Like, come to my house, get this shit done.
I think you have to expect that with Tom. Like, if you're gonna present him with a challenge, he is most likely going to accept the challenge.
He's gonna take it.
Just saying. All right. So, anyways, with that, we are just trying to get to 40,000 subscribers this year. We are almost like we're close. We're about to.
Close.
We're like 35,800 something.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we had a massive rise in subscribers over like a month or something. Like, thank you guys so much. For anyone that's not subscribed, please hit that button. That's all we're asking for. It would make a massive difference to us. It could actually change our lives forever if our analytics flipped around the opposite way, where all of you guys are subscribed. It would be absolutely life changing. So hit that button for us. We're just trying for 40K. Shall we?
Let's
go.
They call me offensive, controversial. There's only 2 genders, boys and girls.
They can't cancel my message cause I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole friggin' world.
Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white.
If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't wanna talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic.
I have, dude.
By the way, sorry, we're only 17 seconds in.
I was going to stop before that because he has a shot here. I want to just pause it. Remember what you're going to say. I just want to pause it.
Genders, boys and girls.
They can't cancel my message cause I'm the biggest independent.
Okay, go ahead. Say what you were going to say. I just wanted to pause with this freeze frame.
I had somebody ask me, and it was somebody I used to go to school with, somebody I used to do music with. Like, we each had our different beliefs, but like for a long time it was we would just do music together, and it was what it was, whatever. Well, that whole you remember the whole Small Town Jason Aldean song come out, and like everybody was all upset.
I never
like,
heard it, man, but I heard all the controversy, so I never heard the song.
So they were saying something about the song, and I was like, listen, okay, if you're going to make that true for all country musicians are racist. Okay, cool. Then every black person that makes music is also a gangster.
Yeah.
And like a criminal.
A criminal, like a hardened criminal.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not how that works?
Oh, it's not, really? Oh, okay.
Weird.
yeah, for sure, 100%.
So like, I like that he said this, he's like the stereotype, if you're white, you're a bigot or whatever. He goes, oh, okay, cool. Then it must be true about all the other stereotypes too.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody's like, well,
hang on now. We weren't talking about that. Well, backpedal. All I wanted to say with this freeze frame right here was it's just like you can so tell that Tom Macdonald and Nova Rockefeller are a couple and have been doing things together for a very long time. I mean, this is clearly like I'm pretty sure those are Nova's sunglasses. I don't know. I think I've seen her wear those before, but this like it just looks like you could take this exact same picture and put Nova in Tom's place, and it would look just as badass, just as gangster. Like it's got a very Nova vibe to it. Just this shot specifically. Obviously, she probably shot the whole thing. I haven't looked, but I'm sure she shot the whole thing. But this in particular, like just I saw that and I was like, dude, it just reminds me of like the Problem or whatever when she's she's just like kind of a badass, you know, and just kind of angsty and just Nova. It's just Nova. All right. Anyways, let's keep going. Should we go back to like?
We can start it there.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
And the rapper in the whole freaking world.
Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white.
If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't wanna talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no wonder protected. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot
He's just kind of standing there like.
I gotta say, here we go. I love how he's like, okay, so what do I do for a rap video? He's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen him with their hood up. Like, is that is that the thing? Is that what we're going for? Like,
I gotta look gangster, right? I gotta look hard. So put my hood up.
He's like, how do I look hard?
I love it, dude. No, it's great. I think it's awesome. And I think just the energy match is there, dude. Tom's like off the wall, and Ben's just like Ben Shapiro, just like chilling, you know. All right, let's. Did you go back?
I went back a little bit.
I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do. Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a whack. Dog, it's
my money like Lizzo, my pockets
Is he
are
legitimately rapping right now? Dude. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, dude. Okay.
Bro,
5 out of 5. Ding, 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 ding. You win. You win.
Do you remember Blarg and McNasty and them talk about that hockey commentator that was like, oh, the Lizzo
the roast
size
of Lizzo.
lunch?
Yeah, the roast of Lizzo.
Oh my god, dude, it brought me back.
That's.
My pocket.
I missed the first. I heard the Lizzo, but I missed the stuff around it because like I was just like, wait a second.
Ben's spitting balls.
What's happening right now? Okay, so yeah, did you go back before that?
Hey, take it back one more. Let's get a little lead in.
I was gonna say something else too before this. Tom made a comment. I think he'll say it again and it'll pop back in my head. Let's go.
Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a whack. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes.
Oh man, I love it. I love it.
Good for Ben. For doing like, you know what? All right, we're gonna do this. And
he's like, I'm not a rapper. Tom, can you help me write some lines, bro?
Like, we gotta help me fit into the flow of this thing and figure it out. What was that like? What was that? I'm sure
would love to know some behind the scenes.
I'm sure someone's got one of you guys is gonna tell us. There's behind the scenes somewhere, right? So let us know where, and if it's on Instagram, we'll check it out on Chris's thing, and if it's somewhere else, maybe we'll do a reaction to some of it or something. But I bet that day was fun. I bet that was a fun day hanging out with those two, dude.
Oh man, I love that he roasts Lizzo a little bit in there. Nicki Minaj, he roasts her a little bit in there. Like, I just love that he's like, oh, well, I'm going to come into the music industry for just a second. We're going to get a billboard #1 with Tom. I'm I'm gonna roast a few people in the process, and then I'm gonna go back to doing my television show.
Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro. I have a #1 song on iTunes
Yeah.
with Tom Macdonald. What a crazy thing to be able to say, dude. Like, what?
Oh, I gotta say, I would have to assume this is his first rap. Okay.
I don't know enough about him
yeah.
other than his social media presence, so I don't have any idea. Sure,
Okay.
I would say that's a fair assumption.
So as far as global industry rappers go, I would maybe give that a 2 out of 5.
I was gonna say, I'd give that like a 4 out of 10. So 2 out of 5, 4 out of 10.
As far as you know, just jumping in with Tom and like doing this for fun, like he said, 3.5 out of 5. Man.
The lines were, dude. Some of the lines were pretty hard. Like I make stacks on compound interest, and you live with your mom in your basement. You know, like all these woke Karens in the comments. He's like,
and you're in prison, and I'm on television.
Yeah,
Nobody knows who you are.
No one who cares. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't have time for that shit. Both of them, you know. All right, let's go.
So good.
We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim, well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad, you sad, you sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you.
Boom, there we go. No
Yeah,
Rockefeller. Confirmed. I figured it was. He definitely has another, I don't know if it's called Facts, but Ben Shapiro's wearing the hoodie. Facts don't care, but facts don't care about your feelings. What song is that? Someone's going to tell us in the comments. They're going to be like,
Is it Snowflake?
Oh.
Snowflakes?
That one? Could be. Yeah, could be. I was going to say People So Stupid, but I don't think it was. I think that was prior. But Snowflakes, I think you're right.
It could be People So Stupid, too.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
It was definitely during that run of like the when he was dropping one every weekend.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, regardless, yeah, I like the callback, and it's good.
It was great.
So the line in the chorus, what I was going to say earlier, the line in the chorus about he says all these things, and he says you defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I don't know what it's like. I don't really watch the news that much. I see little bits and bops every now and then that come through Facebook and stuff, but I pass that off as mostly unreliable because it probably is. Yeah. But anyways, as far as it goes here, one of my best friends is actually our city councilman, one of our city councilors, and he was over here a week or two ago, maybe it was before Christmas, I can't remember. But anyways, last time he was over here, we got to talking about just jobs and how things are going, and doing the adult talk stuff, and I told him that I just kind of like bullshitting and just like just for shits and giggles, I was like, man, I've like considered, I've been watching a lot of cop videos on YouTube and like body cam footage and stuff, and I was like, I've kind of considered, throwing it around like maybe I should become a cop, And then he actually mentioned, he's like, so right now in Casper, at least, again, I don't know what it's like in the rest of the country or whatever, but right now in Casper, they're doing like huge sign-on bonuses for the police department, and they're doing like, now I don't know as far as the ethical part of all this, I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody else, but they're doing like they're like really trying to get dudes through police academy like quickly because there's no officers in Casper.
Yeah.
Like we're super low on officers, and nobody wants to become a police officer because everybody hates cops right now. So it's like no one wants to become a police officer and just get berated this whole time, and like you have to be super careful with what you do and what you say, and everything's like super red tape this and red tape that, and so it's like. It was kind of interesting to hear that
like
perspective.
Driving
like,
around
oh, shit.
town on eggshells, bro.
Pretty much like, and isn't that the weirdest thing? Like, as a cop, you should, and not to like, you shouldn't be like pushing around your power by any means, but like as a cop, you should be driving around somewhat confident that like everyone kind of looks up to me and respects me. No, literally, as a cop now, you drive around and you're like the pariah. Yeah. Like people are like, "Fuck you! I don't want anything to do with you." But it's like. You want the cops around. You do.
Yeah,
bro.
you say that now until you get beat up in an alley somewhere.
Or until someone's following you around town in their car and you're afraid to stop somewhere, and like they just keep following you and it's like, what are you supposed to do? Go to your house? Nope. Go somewhere where they're just gonna follow you. Yeah. Be a great time to be able to call the cops and have them join in the chase, right? Like that would be a great time for so like just situations like that, Like you want the cops around. Yeah. But it's this weird.
If we're gonna defund anybody, we should defund the IRS.
That was great. That was actually a really good one. Yeah, that honestly, defund the IRS and defund video games as a service, because that's just a ripoff. Loot boxes. Defund loot boxes. Let's just get out of here with that shit. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. That line, it's like I think that's a real thing that's going on. It's a weird time to be a cop right now.
There's a lot of places hurting for cops because I mean there was a whole bunch of cops that, were like, dude, I have had enough of just being out there and being hated by everybody. Well, I get it. You don't have to be, you don't have to have the ground you walk on worshipped or anything. Like I get that, but like to be treated like a decent human being. You go in to get a coffee, and because you're wearing a different shirt and you have a gun, okay, everybody here in town also has a gun, okay?
True.
You're wearing a shirt with a little badge on it, okay?
Very true, yeah.
All of a sudden you get treated like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's like, that's the part that I'm not, I don't necessarily, I get a little uncomfortable when cops are around, and I haven't requested them to be around, which I think anybody would. You get a little anxious.
Pulled over, you get
a little anxious, you get a little nervous. You
make sure that seatbelt's actually clicked in.
But it's like, for the most part, man, they're, like you said, they're just regular people. It's just, that's just the suit they put on to go to work every day. That's just their uniform. It just so happens to include a gun, a taser, and a set of handcuffs. Like, it's just... That's just what they do. But it's like when they're in a coffee shop getting a coffee, they're just getting a coffee. They're just a human. Like it's and so I understand that like everybody gets. I don't know. I don't understand why everybody gets so offended by cops just living their lives.
I think what people kind of forget, and I actually heard a firearms instructor say this, and it makes so much sense to me now. But, a lot of people are like, oh, well, why do cops have to carry guns? Why do they have to carry blah, 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 blah? And a lot of times the answer is, well, they're trying to protect you, okay? That's not really the reason that they carry the things that they carry. Sure, are they doing a job that keeps the public safe? Absolutely. But the gear that they carry above anything else is to protect themselves, because they're putting themselves in a dangerous situation with somebody they don't know who's strung out on drugs or, has a firearm or whatever the case may be. They're in that every day, and they need tools to protect themselves. Dude. Like, you wouldn't go into an active war zone with a gun to protect other people. That gun's to keep you alive. Okay?
Dude, that's... Watch some body cam footage of like, and especially you even not even necessarily going overseas somewhere, just going into the Bronx. You want to be a police officer, walking around in the Bronx without a pistol on you, in the uniform with a badge and all that shit, with no gun on you. Yeah, like you're gonna feel really fucking unsafe. You might actually die. You might actually die. And I'm not trying to like say the Bronx is like the worst place in the world. There's multiple places. That was just the first place that came to mind.
Even
right?
just at Southside Chicago.
Walking around somewhere in Detroit, you know what I mean? Like it's any of these places, somewhere in Arizona, like all these places that have high crime rates, right? So, but yeah, it's like you said, it's definitely I've seen tons of body cam footage where it's like one of the most recent ones I saw, this female cop pulled this guy over just on a random 2-track road that was kind of off the highway. His lights were off in the truck, and she just walked up to see what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, and he like came to sitting in the truck, grabbed her by the arm and was like trying to pull her in to the truck, and she couldn't get to her fucking gun, and he had a fucking gun on him, was like pointed at her. And it's like she's sitting there trying, don't shoot, you know. It's like, what do you do in that situation? She's just a human at that point. She can literally just die right there. So
and that's the thing people forget, is that they're not our protectors. They're there to take care of people. Their first job is to make sure that whoever they're dealing with is safe, and if they're safe and okay, cool, they release them. If they're not, then something has to be done.
They're trying to maintain the peace, right? Like that's their first priority, is just to maintain the peace. And maintain the peace doesn't necessarily mean just come in guns blazing all the time. Yeah. It does, however, mean that sometimes you're going to enter into a situation where someone might already be shooting back at you, and it would be really nice to be able to defend yourself in those situations. The whole cop culture thing, and I don't know if it was, I know it's been going on for a long time, but I know the whole George Floyd thing like kind of skyrocketed all that and kind of like boosted it, and so I don't know, man. I just know that like right now, I know in Wyoming there's this whole weird thing with cops, because it's like, we need cops, but no one wants to be a cop because everyone hates cops, but we still need them because people love cops because they're great to have when you need them. Like,
I was talking to somebody, and it had me kind of laughing, because like there's so many misconceptions about stuff, right? A lot of people look at a sheriff, right, and I'm like, oh, the sheriff just kind of drives around the countryside all day. Okay, but yeah, typically he's dealing with people who don't want anything to do with regular people out on the ranch, right? And their land is sacred to them. And if you roll up, you better have a damn good excuse. So that's taking it a little above just being a regular cop.
Yep.
Then somebody said game and fish. I was like, game and fish? They're like, yeah, think about it. You're going out to confront somebody who potentially committed a crime, who is probably a really good shot.
Yep.
Like military police above that, dude.
And these people with the sheriff, when you're going out to these people in land who are probably a really good shot, they're probably also aware of defenses and offenses, in those situations too. So it's like before you even get there, they know where you're at. They see you coming. They might have you scoped out. Like, dude. And what's crazy about game and fish? Game and fish officers are sheriffs. Like, I mean, there's a game and fish or fishing game. I don't know what it's called wherever you're at. Here it's called game and fish department. But here, there's literally a game and fish officer that drives a sheriff's truck. His name's Austin. He wears the red game and fish thing, but that boy drives around in a sheriff's truck, got a radio on him and everything. Like, and he can delve out. He can arrest people. He can do the whole thing. Saw him over at the duck ponds last year, delving out tickets for people not having fishing licenses.
Game and fish, man, they can seize your gun, seize your truck. I mean, they could put you in prison for a while.
I think they have a lot of the same rights that sheriffs do. I think it's like, because you're the law enforcement. You're the guy. When there's a bunch of drunk people drinking and driving on a boat, guess who's bringing them into town? Like, or you call the sheriffs and have them all come out. Whatever the situation is. But it's crazy. Anyways, man. Long tangent on the cops thing. I just thought it was interesting that I think he's got a point. Like you want to defund the police, and it's like now you have no one to protect you because everyone's all pissed off at the cops, and it's all the cops quit because they're like, I don't get paid enough for this. To get ridiculed for something that it's like slavery, right? To get ridiculed for something that I didn't do. Like get berated for it over and over and over again, and then all of a sudden you're made to be this pariah. It's like, fuck this. I don't need this. I'm out of here. So then they all quit, and now everyone's like, oh, the country's out of control. We don't have anyone to protect us. And it's like, well, you kind of boot them all off stage, man. I don't know what you want. Like, interesting. And this is a Tom video. Go figure, right? We picked something out of a Tom video, and we can talk about it for like an hour and a half.
But shouts out to those, that not only. Just police, but sheriff and military police and military, and shouts out to EMS and fire.
Dude, they're fucking EMTs that have to get onto these situations and like give people EpiPens and like do like sew people's arms back together in an ambulance. Crazy, dude.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Shout out to all those guys, because there's no way, dude. I'm pulling up to a crime scene in an ambulance, and I get out and I'm like, "Where's the guy?" And they're like,
"Well, there's a piece of him over here."
Dude, I know, right? They're like, "Well, he's over there." You look over and it's just a thing against the wall, and you're just like, "Okay." That's why I can't do the job right there. That's why I'm not an EMT. So thank you guys for all your services. Everyone out there that's doing that kind of stuff.
Well, and then I saw body cam footage of a cop just this morning where there was a car crash and the dude's dad like rolls up on the scene, right? And he goes, "Whoa, hold on." You know, he's like, they've got the road blocked off and shit. He's like, I'm her dad. And he's like, okay, well, just come talk to me for a second, right? He gets the dad to kind of stop. He goes, listen, there's an accident. He goes, she's no longer with us.
Dude, to have to be that guy.
To have to be that guy.
Dude.
Man.
Man. No.
That is rough. That is a rough job.
To be that guy. Like, oh, here comes mom and dad. Well,
it ruins his day. It ruins your day. I mean, it's...
And then again, the thing about cops and all those people being regular people, that guy then has to go home later that night and eat dinner and
try to be happy
and be with his family or whatever.
I mean,
maybe he doesn't have family. Maybe he's just got to go home and sit in his empty apartment by himself and consider what he did that day for his job. And like, what a crazy position to have to be in, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for anyone out there that's doing that. We seriously appreciate it, and it's definitely not something I could handle. So glad there's people out there doing it. I say it all the time when we talk about that kind of stuff, but glad there's people out there doing it, man. So 5 out of 5 for the rest of the video. I know we got off on one little small thing there, but it's all relevant. It's all relevant information, and I think he couldn't have pulled anybody better, like Ben Shapiro.
Facts.
It's all facts, baby.
Let's go.
Facts don't care about your feelings. 5 out of 5.
If you guys enjoyed this video as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Bow.